Good morning, everyone. We are live on YouTube right now, and we are starting our immersion. Today, we're gonna talk about mindful consumption, building a sustainable. This is a difficult word for me. Lifestyle.
For sure. For me too.
Sustainable. Someone can say this word for me, for I have another references in here in that word.
Sustainable, maybe. Sustainable.
Sustainable. Thank you, Osvaldo. It's better right now. Oh, we are here on 7 persons. Okay. Let me put the questions again on the chat because I have one person that arrives before, after, and we can start introducing ourselves. Who want to start today?
Don't fight, guys, please.
Me?
Go ahead, Norberto. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Good morning. How are you? First of all, it's a pleasure to be here with you. So my name is Norberto. I'm 50 years old. I live in Sertãozinho, in outside of state of São Paulo, near Ribeirão Preto. So I'm married. I have a son. I don't have pets, but I love pets. And I work as a software developer for SAP systems. I work from home. I have been in Talking Talk since November last year. So and I have a basic English level, and I want to improve with of Talking Talk immersions. So I want to learn English so I can use it when traveling and at work. So let me see. I like going to the gym. I'm like traveling. I like knowing about new countries, new places, new cultures. So every day I read a Holy Bible. This is a basic for me, like to breath. My family and me go to the church every Thursday night and every Sunday morning. So in my free time, I like watching TV series, movies, and ride a bike with my son and walk in the park. That's it. A little bit about me. Thanks a lot. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Norberto. Thank you for bringing new information about you today. Um, who wanna go on?
I can go.
Thank you. Go ahead as well.
Okay, guys. Everyone know me, but well, I'm here since last year, June, trying to improve my communication skills, not only in English, but also in communications at all. Itself. And I'm host here since last year, August, host in English as well. My immersions happen in Tuesday and Friday, 7 a.m. And a little ad. I'm sorry, a little ad about my immersions. And let me see. Um, Well, guys, I have two children about my first marriage, and I'm currently living with my fiance, or wife. She lives with me, so it's my wife, you know. Let me see another thing. Oh, I work as software developer. I really like to work in this field in technology at all. because that I'm currently learning another things like another program language and new field like data science. I think it's enough for a while. Thank you, Aline.
Thank you, Osvaldo. Wanna go on? We are gonna do uh, five introducing here on our main home, and then we're gonna split because we have 12 persons here on 7 a.m. to talk in English. I'm very happy to see so many people here. Wanna introduce yourself here? Someone?
Hello, everyone. I'm Kaeli.
Hello.
I'm 28 years old and I live in Goiânia, Goiás. Nowadays, I work with clinical trials as a study coordinator, and I am a PhD student too. I'm married. I have 2 cats. I like stay at home with my husband and my 2 cats. Um, I started here in TALKTNTALK in January to improve my English. And I think it's that. Thank you.
Thank you, Michaeli. Well, I think now I will split ourselves. It's a little bit strange this phrase, but we will separate it in rooms here, and then I will enter in our home, and I will invite you that go back to the main home for we can continuous live on YouTube. So I'm creating the rooms right now in aleatory mode. Yes, the rooms are open
See you
and you're
soon.
able to. Bye bye.
Hello again.
Where is Aline?
Lost in the space. Lost in the space.
She's lost between the Yes, she is in another room now, room number 2. Can you hear me well?
Okay, okay. It's a good a little bit echo, but it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. You can maybe write to her. Let me try.
You change place with Aline.
Yes, yes, I don't know what. Well, what do you think if we continue answer the questions? Is it
Oh,
okay?
go on. I don't know. Go on.
So, Aparecida, could you read the first one, please?
Number 1 or number 2?
Number 2.
Introduce or the number 2, the question?
Uh, I am without the questions in here. So it's the question that starts the theme.
Okay. Number 2, how do you define mindful consumption and why do you think it matters in today's world? For me, I believe when I think in mindful consumption, I think it's so important thinking. The first thing is thinking before buy anything or something you need or something I think I need, but because sometimes or most times I don't need this thing. That's important for my life. It's only consumption. It's only fashionable, something like this. It's a modinha. And for me, I never was a big buyer, but nowadays I think more. I try to think more before buy even groceries and lettuce, legumes. Try not to bring more plastic to home. Less times I'm thinking about this, but it's when we try reduce. It's so hard to reduce the consume of plastic, for example, because I believe the plastic is our problem today in consumption and in general, of course, but what we consume every single day to pack the foods and the things we bring to home, plastic, the bags in plastic, the things is packaged in plastic. I believe we need think if I really need it, I really need it, in fact, and try not by impulse or I believe it's this when I think about mindful consumption for me, this.
Thank you for continuing while I was a little lost in the rooms here. You are on the question number 2? Yes.
Only I answer the number 2.
Thank you, Aparecida. João, could you answer this one for us, please?
Sure. Well, I think the people needs learn about your role in the preservation of the nature. Uh, that that that's in the preservation of the planet. Okay, well, that's it. Is to me mindful consumption. But I realize in here almost my place, okay, in Europe. I I see the people with worry about that. Then Brazil, when I lived in Brazil, I don't realize the people with big awareness. I find I had that worry, but um, I I tell about major the people, okay, exactly that. But I know colleagues and friends has kind of awareness about this point, but here is heavy that worry, heavy that spread in the marketing to awareness in the kids in the youth, okay, in Europe. Then I to me is a very important. Of course, better today. Of course, mainly we live Europe in possibility war now. Warning about war uh, increase incredible that, okay, then we need to be careful about. Okay, that's it.
Thank you, João. I'm glad that we are more worried about that nowadays. I think it's a very important thing to think about. Yanka, could you answer this one for us, please?
Yes, but first of all, here's someone from Europe saying that we are almost in war. It's like make me feel desperate, you know. Oh my God, what we are doing, you know. But the question is, how do you define mindful consumption? Is that
Yes,
uh,
that.
mindful consumption to me? It's when you really think if you need to buy that thing. Like Aparecida said about groceries, I try to go to the groceries with my list because if I don't, I keep looking for everything that the grocery has, and I want to buy everything. I want to try different stuffs, and sometimes it's not necessary. I did this in the past, and I started to accumulate stuff that I didn't want to, or that I didn't want to use, for example. So sometimes to know what you want to and what you need, it's better. And you can save money doing that. You can make this mindful consumption better, and do not waste, um, not just waste money, but waste plastic and pollute the road and so on. And another thing that we are not discussing too much is like the richest thing, uh, like how many pollution a private jet emit in the sky, you know, or in the road, for example, and how much these people, very rich people, use this. So how much this ostentation of your money or really rich patterns pollute more sometimes than a whole city together, you know, because they emit more CO2 in the air and so on. So yeah, maybe if thinking the others too, it will be better and help us with this pattern of consumption, I guess.
Totally, Yanka. When I will buy something, I always think I really need this. And if it is a more expensive thing, I always have a personal rule that I will expect 24 hours. And if after 24 hours I still wanna the thing, so I will buy. So after 24 hours, if I don't want anymore, I won't buy. Uh, Juliana, good morning. Could you answer the question number 2 for us, please?
Good morning. Yes, I can. Uh, Mindful consumption to me is buy just the necessary, for our survival or not, but buy stuff necessary. Necessary stuff like if you need a cell phone, but you really need a cell phone, your cell phone are bad, broken, or something like that, to you buy other. So I think mindful consumption, it's about that. Buy the things that you really need, in your daily life, in your routine, or to survival. And I think this is important a lot of times because mindful consumption have a connection with sustainability, because we are thinking more about our world. And if we just buy needs necessary things, the company will produce just the necessary too. So I think doing it the two sides, the both sides, I'll think more about the world. And we need to think more. We will think more about sustainability too. You know, so I think it's a connection.
That's a good point. Yes, it's very difficult. I think the organizations, I will say in that way, it's always working for we consume more. I think there is a way that the things that we buy they are dead for some time, and we have a cycle of life of that product, and sometimes your product is not even broken and you are already thinking buy a new one. And I think the companies and are doing this for we are consuming uh, every time more and more. Well, let's go to the question number 3. Have your consumption habits changed over the time to be more sustainable? What influenced this change? Who wanna start answer this one?
I can.
Thank you, Juliana. Go ahead.
About this question, I don't know, because I it's hard because I think I am beginning my adult life now, so I think I don't have time to see this difference. But when I think about my life, I think I just usually buy necessary things. I don't like the idea to spend a lot of money, things like that. Even that I need something necessary. I don't like this idea. So yeah, I think my consumption habits is more sustainable. But yeah, of course, sometimes I like to buy more. But I think in most of cases, my habits is very sustainable. In most of cases, I think, because it's hard to me, for example, replace or a cell phone even when I need. I try just buy when I really, really need. And the same happen with other kind of technology and devices. So yes, I think more my consumption habits is more sustainable.
Thank you, Juliana. I have a young friends too that make part of this generation, and I can see the difference. I can see there are a generation that is more concerned about that, and I think that's so good for our future. And who wanna go on? João, could you proceed and answer this one?
Sure. Uh, yes. Uh, During my time, I changed my habits. Okay, I I'm trying has a behavior have a behavior with more awareness. I try teach that to my kids, but my kids receive learn that teachment about your school. Then in your school has a program, has how many say um, a program to spread that new habits. And my kids sometimes I forget. My kids always remember that. Oh, papa, papa, yes, that. Uh, uh, be careful that. Oh, you forget. You leave it. That thing. Be careful. Oh yes. I'm sorry that your dad. Okay, I forget because we all like change behaviors that yeah. Because in my youth isn't a problem, but today yeah, is important. Then I'm trying change it, my behavior, and I'm trying. Uh, I'm trying uh, show that new behavior to my family. Very important that, and my friends, of course. Yes. I realize about that matter. Then and that new habit is very important. Of course. Yes. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, João. I changed a lot. I grew up in a age that we have the stars of 1990. I don't know if you remember that. It's a star full of things that we don't need, but we buy. So I grew up in this age of consumption. So I have to change my mindset about that and be a better consumer, I think. Could you answer this one for us, Bianca?
Yes. Um, I don't know actually. Oh, one thing that I did, it was use less sacola plástica, I guess. Some grocery stores in São Paulo started to charge you. If you want to, you have to pay. But even before that, I already started to use more paper box to do my groceries. And yeah, I think it's better in most part of the case to do not use so many sacolinha de supermercado, I guess. I don't know how can I, plastic bag. Yeah, sorry. And let's see. I try to use refills. So I use the same plastic box too that I brought with the first product, and then I buy refills to put in the same um, container, I guess. And I think that another stuff that we already do, but it wasn't thinking about sustainability, I guess. Like, I don't buy cell phone. I wait someone in my family buy a cell phone and then they give me the cell phone, for example. But it's because I don't mind about cell phone, but I think that helps too, the sustainability and the environment, I guess. And we have in my family we try to donate our clothes for our family, I guess. So it's a cycle, I guess. I donate my clothes to my um, cousins, and my mom donates to me, and everyone donate clothes. So it's nice because we are living in a fashion industry that are producing a lot of clothes and polluting a lot too. So do this sometimes help us to be fashion, but do not pollute so much, I guess.
Yes, I think the fashion industry have a very important impact in sustainable. Until the end of this immersion, I will learn how to say this word. I promise. And you, Aparecida, could you share with us what changed in your life?
Now, for me, in the last years, after my daughter was born, I changed a lot because I want to be better, an example for her. And for me, it's important this. And I changed more my habits and teach to her, separate the trash, the waste, and we put in the boxes separated plastic, paper, and then we go to the collect points to put there. For me, it's so important because now we do this during some years now. She know I don't need ask to her put this in the box of plastic or put this in the box of paper. She pick up this, take this, and go to there and put there alone. For me, it's so wonderful because I give the example for her and continue doing this, not stop it. And I continue doing this. Of course, not all of the thing of plastic is possible to put the box of recyclation because recyclation needs to be clean. The plastic need to be clean, and some of kind of plastic we can clean. It's impossible sometimes, but the most of I believe 80% or more we can put to recycle. And for me, it's so amazing look for this. And she's learning here inside home, not outside. I believe the schools need teach this, but not the reality nowadays. They talk about this, of course, in the class, but in practical, they don't have the separated trash to teach the children use this correctly and separate and reduce the consume of snacks or something like this. But unfortunately, some schools they're sell soda and snacks and sweets. It's so complicated. But for me, I looking for me now. In the last 10 years, I believe I am better when I look for my actions, practical actions to reduce my consume and separate the trash and thinking more what I can do to reduce my trash. And I am doing my own organic my uh, organic waste. I'm doing adobo. I don't know this in English, but organic adobo, adobo orgânico, because I have a garden here and I can do this at home. And we separate both the trash waste we can recycle and the vegetable and the rest of vegetable and fruits we can produce an organic adobo to the plants I use here in my home. And of course, we need to pay attention to do everything correctly, but it's possible when we have space, so a little space, yeah, it's possible to do this. And when we look for this, we can do more at home, not change the world, change your life first. I believe if we can start changing our life, it's the first step because our parents see this and can change. With our example, I believe we can teach something. It's so important. Start in our home. It's important to look and ask for our politics and schools change too.
Totally. No, that's nice to see you're raising a good human being, Aparecida. I think for me, there is one thing that I changed. Besides to work as a product manager, right now I am a fashion designer. So I try to buy things in my clothes to from person that I know. For example, this shirt, it's from a person that I know. I know that person. I know it is a person. There is a life. There is your bills to pay, and I know when I buy a thing of this person, I will give my money for that person, not for a huge company. And I think the industry of fashion is very responsible for a lot of tragedies. I don't know if you already heard about the thing that is happening in the Atacama, in the desert of Atacama. I will put a link here on the chat for reading after the class. But there is a place in the desert that is a, I don't know, a big trash of clothes in the middle of the desert. That is so shocking when I discovered that. Well, let's go. Let's go to the question number 4. Who wanna read and answer this question? Someone?
I can read
Thank you, Aparecida. Go ahead.
number 4. Do you believe companies are truly committed to sustainability, or is it often just marketing? What should they be doing differently? Or in my personal opinion, what I can see around of me in the companies where I know, of course, we have exceptions, of course, but the most of them want only show to market. In fact, they don't do this. In fact, they don't practice sustainability. And sometimes when they do this, it's because of some because of the benefits of the governments, the reduce of tax sometimes, and not because they are good. They don't are good. They don't matter about the environment, about the sustainability. It's only to show, to take photos. And when we look internally, not true, because we don't have policy to the employees, separate the trash, improve the consumption to be more conscientious, and the biggest I don't remember the name, but the directors don't give the example, nothing. They don't have nothing to give. It's empty. For me, it's the truth. It's this. It's only to show something who not it's in fact. Sometimes I see some things, and I'm looking, and it's not possible this person are attacking because I know they don't are doing everything. It's only to Instagram, it's only the YouTube to the news. I'm very sad about this because it's common. They lie every time. They lie. It's a fact. Of course, they can should take do something to in practice to change this. Like I said, encourage the employees to reduce the consumption and encourage to separate the trash inside the companies. Some companies they have the box I don't remember the name, but box of trash separated, but they put the trash together in a big bag. You separate the trash only to, I don't know. It's common. It's common. They don't care about this. They pay, but the trash separated in the rooms. Do the employees separate? We separate the trash, but when we find that what they did with the trash, they put the trash together again. And why we separate the trash? I don't know. I don't understand this, but I believe. I need believe in the future these things change because it's so hard to look at this situation thinking, oh, they can't change this or they won't change this. But I believe one moment, like I have my moment and the other person is having their moment. Uh, like Juliano said, by with conscience thinking about this, a young person have this conscience sometimes, of course, not all the young person that have this conscience, but when the big companies have this change, I don't know, because it's only because the consumption is about sales, profit, and we can change this. We can change our society. I believe this a big change, not only in the companies, it's a big change in the society and how we want to live in the future because now it's so hard and we are doing almost nothing to changing. When I say because we stay here now, of course. Of course, our impact is around of us in these big companies, the impact is in their world. But I prefer believe who one thing will be changed in a near future. I'm dreaming about it.
No, Aparecida, I think you are right. And I don't know if you already heard about the term of greenwash. Greenwash is when the company are doing that Aparecida just say for us, that pretend have this concern, but in fact they don't have this concern, but they have just for outside of the company, but inside of the company that doesn't happen. Juliano, could you bring your opinion here for us in the question number 4, please?
Yes, I can. I think, of course, there are some companies that maybe really care about this subject, and other companies that, doesn't care about the subject. And the same thing happen with the people in general, some people care about the subject, but on the other hand, there are some people that doesn't care, don't care about the subject. But I think we need to look at the results. So if a company have good results when we are talking about sustainability, okay, I think the key here is the results. So if you look at the result of some company and is a good result, okay, this company do a good job, you know, when we are talking about sustainability. Even that this company are thinking just about the, I don't know, the benefits, politics benefits or something like that. Okay, if this company are doing good results, okay, I think everybody have your own interests, and I will not judge, but I think it's about results. There are some companies that, you know, uh, talk a lot about sustainability, something like that, but in the practical, do nothing. So that in this case, it's just market. But if some company talk a lot and do a lot of things, good things to to think about, to, contribute with sustainability. Okay, I think that's really right. Even that this company have other kind of interest behind, you know. I think that's, like I said, I think our world always have interests, you know. Sometimes that's the reason that I am talk. It's important to look at the results,
Yes, I agree with you. Doesn't matter what motivated the company to be more sustainable. Well, I'm getting there with the word. But the results, it's that matters. Oh my God, so many reflections uh, happening here in my head. João, could you answer this one for us, please?
Sure. Well, well, I to me, almost companies used that uh, marketing. Yes, that marketing team, only marketing. But I know, I believe a few companies will committed to sustainable of the planet, of the nature. Okay, I believe that too few companies. Okay, but almost to me, the major use the just to marketing. Okay, no, I think the people in generally, if we pay attention about it, will realize that. Okay, well, about doing different. Oh, believe and practice uh, uh, that concept. The sustainable and the sustainability and the preservation of nature. That company needs to change your behavior, change your action. I believe that. Okay, that thing that that company needs to doing different. Okay, summarize that. Thank you.
Thank you, João. Bianca, could you answer this one for us?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I was thinking in what Juliano said, that in the end matters the result, and I agree. But I was thinking, if I have to quote a company that is presenting a good result about the environment, I can't. Do you can't? Do you can? Like, I don't know which one maybe.
Oh, sorry, Bianca. I was just putting a concept here on the chat. Go ahead.
And I was thinking, well, I don't believe that the companies are truly committed with sustainability. I think that we live in a capitalist mode, that everything we can sell and sell the image that you care about sustainability, make you earn more money, to put a green label in your product, make people feel that you care about this, but at the end you don't actually. So, and we see this with a lot of um, several things that are important, like women products, for example, LGBT products, for example, or the moment of the month. We have a month with to think better about the LGBT cause, for example, and a lot of companies use this moment to make advertisement about it and so on. But because this sell, if you don't, yeah, but they care really, because if they care, they should invest more on it. What they should be doing differently, do not have so many profit and take part of this profit in invest in initiative to save this world, sustainable initiative, because we have good ideas to save all of this. Every day, no, every week, I see in my Instagram some scientists, some researcher that invented some sustainable idea, and this could be very nice, but it's expensive. So they should invest money on this and try to help us to be really sustainable and really save the earth and so on. If they care about the other cause, LGBTQ cause, Black cause, women cause, poor cause, they should invest money on it, and don't just because they will have less less taxes. Like doing this, they will be charged with less taxes. No, but because of the company culture, no, not just to have isenção de imposto, but it's a company culture, maybe culture. So yeah, so at the end, I don't think that they care. Actually, they care about profits, and is that.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with the most of company that have this statement on the word. They are doing greenwashing. In my opinion, they are pretending that I have this concern to make more money. I think this is the objective of uh, a big company, in my opinion. Well, we have more time for one question, I think. Um, I will read. What is the biggest obstacle to adopting more sustainable lifestyle, and how do you navigate it then? Oh, this is a deep question. I want to answer this one.
I can go with this one. Um, the most obstacle is that we have to invest money doing this. Like to recycle, for example, we can't just pick the plastic dirty and put in the bag and then recycle. We have to wash, and put on that place. We have to use our money to have more sustainable actions. Our money, no, sorry, our time, our money too, to make more sustainable actions. So you have to pay attention on it, and this make you have more work in your daily life. And not everyone wants to have more work in the daily life. Sometimes you work a lot already, so it will be more work to do during your day. But I think that this is the main obstacle in my perception. Um, and find sometimes products that are really from companies that really matters about this, and do not be enganado, I guess, by the companies that you are purchasing something, thinking that are sustainable, that this company are investing on it, but at the end they don't. So more clareza, maybe be more transparent, I guess.
Yes. Thank you, Bianca. I wanna bring your opinion. Juliana, could you answer this one for us, please?
Yes, I agree with Bianca. I think nowadays the biggest challenge is have the money to really enjoy the sustainability and wait the things become more sustainable. Not sustainable, more accessible, because for example, just example, nowadays we have a big problem with CO2, carbon, I think, that the cars liberate in our atmosphere. But it's hard to change this, because we need to have money to buy electric cars. And, a lot of people don't have. So yes, I think sometimes we have the solution, but we don't have the money to put the solution in the daily life, because we know uh, a lot of people don't have money to buy this kind of car, just a thought.
I agree with you. I already rent a car like that, but I don't have money to buy a car like that. João, could you bring your opinion, please?
Sure. Well, about this question, uh, obstacles to people. I see one thing, one point, or one country, and the obstacle about company to me is another thing. Okay. Well, like my colleague said, I agree with them, but we have. We have in mind the problem started in the government, okay, all governments, all countries, because we talk about sustainable of the nature. Then we need a clear program to harness the people, okay, to learn that to apply in the school to kids teach that things occur, okay. I said about my kids, but we need apply that program, but we need monitoring the program, because the company said, "Oh, very expensive to apply complete program." Then many companies apply part. The people sometimes lazy to change your behavior. Then we need started program to harness, but we need monitoring that to to me, the solution um, spends uh, uh, long time, because culturally need